Welcome back, Vaqueros. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, and it's currently 42 degrees outside. We're coming to you from our Edinburgh studio. I'm Jan Trejo.
And I'm Victoria Gonzalez.
And this is Vaquero News.
Campus news,
Events, games,
and activities.
all in one place.
this is Vaquero Radio,
The Val's student station.
Monday and Wednesday at 11 a.m.
Vaquero Radio.
where your
Where your story begins. Student Activities will host its back-to-school event to welcome back Vaqueros to campus. Here is Jasmine Espinosa with the story.
The thing I'm most looking forward to is the alpaca or the llama.
UTRGV is getting ready to start their spring semester strong by allowing students to create a memorable moment with its Welcome Back Bash event this week on both campuses. The Welcome Back Bash will take place from 12 to 2:30 p.m. Wednesday on the Brownsville campus and 12 to 2:30 p.m. Thursday on the Edinburgh campus. Program Coordinator for Student Activities, Raul Leal, said this event helps students engage with the university.
Our Welcome Back Bash is a really unique opportunity for students to engage with our campus community. We wanted to create something that was engaging as much as possible and really hitting as much of different target audiences.
Leal said there will be a variety of items available at this back-to-school event.
We will have a DIY station completely sponsored by our student union. They will have these little pencil bags where you can go ahead and we also have some heat transfer patches that students can go ahead and pick and heat transfer on themselves. We have a DIY bracelet making station.
He also mentioned some outdoor activities students can interact with.
We will also have some rides and some kind of like inflatable activities for students to play and to do. We will also have fundraising from our student organizations area. We also have a s'more station sponsored by our University and Recreations Department.
The program coordinator expressed excitement about the inclusion of a portable zip line that will be available to students at the event. He said the most exciting part of this event will be the petting zoo.
So students who are really animal friendly will get the opportunity to pet a couple different variety of animals.
He explained the main goal of the campus is for students to share an exciting experience and have fun.
We're here to build campus traditions and to build a sense of community. And so the major takeaway for this event and all of the events that we host throughout the department are really for students to build an affinity or feel like they are connecting to the university.
For more information about the Welcome Back Bash, email studentactivities@utrgv.edu or call 882-5736 in Brownsville or 665-7364 in Edinburgh. This is Jasmine Espinosa for Vaquero Radio.
January is Human Trafficking Awareness Month, a time to shine a light on the hidden crisis affecting millions worldwide. Victoria Gonzalez has the details.
Human Trafficking Prevention Month is observed during the month of January to educate the public on how to prevent human trafficking by understanding the potential warning signs. According to the U.S. Department of State, former President Barack Obama dedicated this month to raise awareness about human trafficking in 2010, and since then, every president has followed this tradition. The U.S. Department of Justice defines human trafficking as, quote, a crime that involves compelling or coercing a person to provide labor or services or to engage in commercial sex acts, end quote. The U.S. Bureau of Justice Statistics reported a 26% increase in human trafficking offenses from 2012 to 2022. Criminal Justice Associate Professor and Assistant Director of Faculty Advocacy for the Office of Advocacy and Violence Prevention, Lucas Espinosa, said there are two main types of human trafficking, sexual and forced labor. In the case of sex trafficking, Espinosa said it is when a trafficker uses another person to engage in commercial sex by coercion, fraud, or force. As for forced labor, he explained this is the exploitation of services of another person through coercion, fraud, or force. Some elements may include withholding payment, confiscating legal documents, and restricting communication from family or friends. Although anyone could be a victim of human trafficking, there are certain populations that are more susceptible to fall into the dangerous situation. Espinosa said some of the most vulnerable populations are young individuals who run away from home.
What did they turn to? They became a displaced individual that's homeless, so they have to make some type of profit. So what do? They turn to the illicit side of criminality, which is in the case of whether they're having to sell their body or even having to sell drugs.
Because the Rio Grande Valley lies not far from the border to Mexico, Espinosa said people use this as an opportunity for human smuggling, which is the act of unlawfully transporting non-citizens into the United States for financial benefit.
Your human smuggler ends up becoming your trafficker. They actually incur a debt on you. That's what we call debt bondage. And they will actually take away your documents if you have any type of legal documents, or in the case of your passport or whatever else. And they keep incurring a daily debt upon you.
Victims of human trafficking may experience the inability to speak for themselves or being controlled mentally or physically. Espinosa said one of the biggest warning signs is scripted answers, in which responses are not specific and lack detail.
Also, a big thing in the hospital, showing up to the hospital with an unexplained injury, having some type of physical abuse. Also, having poor hygiene or poor nutrition is another one. If a person doesn't have possessions, they're living in a hotel, being a person that's a displaced individual, or they're transient. It's another way of putting it. And then this whole aspect of living in a situation that is not conducive for success. For example, you're living in an overcrowded area, or you don't have a place to actually sleep in the case of the conditions are not suitable for living.
The UTRGV Office for Advocacy and Violence Prevention offers free and confidential support for victims, survivors, and bystanders of violence. To connect with an advocate, call 665-8287 or email oavp@utrgv.edu. The office is located in Maria Lice Sherry Shivers Building 3.160 in Edinburgh and in North Office Building 106 in Brownsville. The National Human Trafficking Hotline is 188-373-788. Text info to 233-733 or use the web chat via humantraffickinghotline.org regarding information about a human trafficking situation. To report a tip online, visit the National Human Trafficking Hotline. In case of immediate danger, call 911. This is Victoria Gonzalez for Vaquero Radio. UTRGV and TSTC will provide physician assistant students and paramedic students with hands-on training and courses starting this spring. Here is Celeste Cruz with the story.
TSTC students will get access to the cadaver lab, and our UTRGV PA students will have the training for advanced cardiac life support.
Last December, UTRGV and Texas State Technical College and Harlingen partnered together to help physician assistant students with special training and medical emergency services to excel in their healthcare education. Both schools signed a Memorandum of Understanding, which aims at ensuring educational experience for physician assistant students at UTRGV and emergency medical services, paramedic students at TSTC. Chair for UTRGV Department of Physician Assistant Frank Ambrius outlined the lab access for TSTC EMS paramedic students per the agreement.
They will have the ability to come into our cadaver lab with our faculty and get some minimal training on the cadavers related to their studies in both the emergency medicine program they have, which is the EMT program for the paramedics and the EMTs, and the surgical techs that they train.
Amri said the agreement includes free certification classes in which TSTC will give UTRGV physician assistant students training during summer sessions in advanced cardiac life support and basic life support.
The first year is in the classroom, and the second year is in the clinical rotations outside the campus. But before they can get to their clinical rotations, they have to be certified in advanced cardiac life support and basic life support, CPR. Most of them will get that done before they even start the program, but the majority of them do not have advanced cardiac life support, and they have to take it while they're in the program before they start their clinical rotations. So this partnership will provide that advanced cardiac life support training at a very minimal cost.
Dean of the College of Health Professions at UTRGV, Michael Lecker, said he expects physician students to work together.
I think this collaboration between institutions where different programs work together can be really seen as interprofessional or intercollaborative education. And once they go into the professional healthcare fields, that they will translate that into real patient outcomes.
Like I said, this is the first time UTRGV shares physical resources with a different institution.
I think that it's really important to do that because those things are so costly. So if institutions can come together and share their resources, we will have a much better education for our students.
This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
The Student Health Services Clinic in Brownsville is in a new location. Here's Jasmine Espinosa with the story.
As of January 6th, the Student Health Services Clinic in Brownsville has moved from the Texas Southmost College's Cortez Hall to a new location closer to campus, making it more convenient for students. Director of Health Services, Glenn Gray, said this new site for the clinic will be in the research office building between the Biomedical Science Building and the Casa Bella apartments. The Student Health Services Clinic is also located at 613 North Sugar Road in Edinburgh, next to the University Recreation Center.
We moved to the research office building, which is where our permanent home is eventually going to be. And we're working on a marketing campaign to get the word out to all the students as to where it is.
He said the reason the clinic moved was because of a lease agreement that ended between Texas Southmost College, TSC, and the university.
The lease agreements with the TSC facilities have been expiring, and we've been moving out of them and moving to new facilities as they become available. And our deadline for getting out of the Cortez Hall, which is a TSC facility, was over the break.
UTRGV alumni Vanessa Garcia said she was never aware of the UTRGV clinic.
No, I wasn't aware, but if I did, I would have gone to the clinic when I would feel sick. The clinic can use social media, flyers, and brochures to spread the word of their services and location to UTRGV students.
UTRGV student Karen Rivero said she found it unclear what services are provided by the clinic.
I think that there should be more information about like what services they provide, and just something about when we can do an appointment. One time like I fell down and my knees were all scrapped, and then like I didn't know like there was a clinic.
Grace said the clinic provides numerous of services to help keep students healthy.
We have all the vaccination, the immunizations you may need. We have a walk-in clinic for students, general colds, flu, any illnesses you may have, any minor injuries they have on campus.
For more information about the Student Health Service Clinic, email healthservices@utrgv.edu or call 882-3896 in Brownsville or 665-2511 in Edinburgh. This is Jasmine Espinosa for Vaquero Radio. Enactus mentors are aiming to educate neurodivergent students to excel in the workforce. Here is Celeste Cruz with the story.
You want to see more about farming, more about sustainable agriculture? The guys do definitely attend our Saturday field trips.
Enactus held its Sustainable Opportunities for Advancement Recruitment training with Team Mario Thursday at the Rio Grande Valley College to prepare neurodivergent individuals with skills necessary in the workplace. Team Mario is a nonprofit local organization whose mission is to help advocate for individuals with autism. Enactus is a chapter at UTRGV that aims to create sustainability, empowerment, and entrepreneurship in the community. Assistant Professor of Practice of Management with the UTRGV Robert C. Vaquero College of Business and Entrepreneurship and Faculty Advisor for Enactus, Maria Leonard, said the SOAR project began in 2019.
We started with one of our students. Her brother was a participant at Team Mario, and she wanted us to meet all of these participants at Team Mario so that they could gain some more social skills, so that they could make friends with our students, and it started from there.
She said the program is held through student-led training and mentoring programs, which helps these individuals to excel in the workplace.
We thought that it was better if we help them get internships and train them more on professional skills.
Program Director for Team Mario, Lisa Becerra, contributed to this project by helping students during lessons when they have trouble understanding a topic.
I assist with either breaking down a particular concept if a student has difficulty grasping a particular concept or they might have they might need a little bit more support with communication, we'll step in, we'll try to facilitate those interactions.
Leonard said the goal of SOAR is to assist Team Mario in developing their students professionally in order to become independent, productive citizens. Team Mario selects participants every year, and they usually range from 16 to 25 years of age. She said they also collaborate with Workforce Solutions, a program that helps employers hire skilled workers and helps workers find jobs.
They help us get them in the right program, in the right track, so that they can get an internship or a job at the end of the year-long program.
Mentor for Team Mario, Andrea Melendez, said she became a mentor due to her interest in neurodivergent behavior.
I was taking a behavioral analysis class and I was interested in the autistic population. And I think by doing some of the research that I've done, aside from being a part of this club, I did notice that there was a really high unemployment rate for autistic individuals. So I think it's really important to be leaders, right? To mentor them in ways that maybe in skills that they probably haven't developed yet.
Jace Reiner believes being a student of Team Mario is important to get a job.
Start working, making money, doing stuff for sustainability. It's so important because it's about taking care of natural resources to have other people run them too.
Enactus Chapter's SOAR project is actively looking for more mentors. Those who are interested in being part of the project may contact rgvenactus@gmail.com. This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
And McLean goes up and throws down a monster dunk. That fires up the UTRGV Fieldhouse.
And now time for Vaquero Sports.
Junior defensive back Marcus Hurd Jr. is ready to kick off UTRGV's football season later this fall. Leonardo Guajardo has the details.
It's a small step in my ultimate goal to reach the NFL.
From two-time team captain of Roder High School to making his mark in college, Marcus Hurd Jr. is determined to give it his all as UTRGV's football season kicks off. Originally from Bryan, Texas, he began his football journey in high school before spending 2 years playing at Davidson College in North Carolina. Now, he has arrived at UTRGV ready for the next chapter of his football career. Hurd reflected on his challenging journey from North Carolina coming down to the Rio Grande Valley and how he has worked through the significant culture shift.
I'm blessed to be a part of it. Feel a lot of responsibility with being the first and building the right foundation to start this program up. I would be lying to say it was easy. It's pretty tough. You got to have an open mind and being coachable and having a lot of humility and things like that. Just be willing to work hard and soak up just all the different environments, culture, whether it's football on the field, off the field. It's just being an open book.
Hurd discussed what drew him from North Carolina down to compete for UTRGV.
One was amazing coaching staff. I think Coach Bush, Coach Gamble, our DC, Coach McDonald, Coach Coleman, our guys on defense. I think they have a great system, a great way they wanted to build the program. They brought it.
Hurd acknowledges such change may not be for everyone. However, his determination to succeed gets him out of bed each morning with the fire that inspires him to give it his all as a college athlete. He views pressure not as a negative force, but as a privilege and drive to win and succeed.
There is pressure to winning and succeeding, but I think it is more. I see it more as a privilege. I don't see it as a negative. I think pressure is more of a negative when people say it. I think it's a privilege. I think it's something you should be grateful for every day and wake up, with that on your mind.
For Hurd, it wasn't just about joining a team. It was about contributing to the foundation of a program built on a vision and collaboration. Although his biggest goal is to reach the NFL, Hurd focuses on achieving those smaller goals that will pave the way towards his long-term goals. He explained his primary objective to lead his team, earn the respect of his teammates and coaches, and grow into a leadership role.
I think I set small goals and small things to keep me to have small, steady goals I can achieve each and every week, each and every day. And I think one now is to be to lead the team. Being that captain, I walk small step in my ultimate goal, which is to reach the NFL. I try not to think about the big goal right now. I think about the small ones, which is right now it's earning the respect and the trust of my guys, my coaches.
He emphasized the importance the community is to him to continue to work hard each and every day.
You can see the support and the love there. It makes it a lot easier when you have people that supporting you. You have a community behind your back. They're investing into you and they're investing into your future. We've done a lot of community events, and to see people come out and the support we have is amazing. I think that's something we keep in the back of our mind when we're working each and every day.
Hurd will be hitting the field with his team to prepare for the upcoming season this fall. For more information, visit goutrgv.com. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
The UTRGV men's basketball team defeated East Texas A&M in this year's First Monday Madness game. Leonardo Guajardo has the details.
The Vaqueros took down the East Texas A&M Lions in an intense back-and-forth showdown January 13 at the Fieldhouse. As of Friday, the Vaqueros held an 11-win, 6-defeat overall record and were 3-win, 3-defeat in conference play. Just 3 minutes after the first half began, the Lions gained the advantage over the Vaqueros and secured an 8-point lead. UTRGV chipped away at the Lions' lead after senior guard Cliff Davis scored a clutch three-pointer and redshirt junior guard Howie Fleming Jr. drove to the basket for a layup in the final minute of the half. Despite the attempts of the Vaqueros, the Lions held on to the lead, ending with the first half with a score of 27-26 score. Fleming said his teammates helped him get through the game despite falling short during the first half.
It was honestly my teammates. All of them have faith in me. They encouraged me to go and play my game. And I found myself at one point with 4 of the guys on the floor just telling me do my thing. Having that group of good guys behind me, pushing me and encouraging me, it kind of makes it easy for me to go out there and just give my all, honestly.
As the clock for the second half began winding down, the Lions refused to give up the lead so easily. The Vaqueros, however, remained resilient. Amid the thick air, Fleming was able to dribble the ball and successfully perform a well-timed layup, erupting the crowd and allowing UTRGV to finally steal the lead from the Lions. As the clock struck its last second, UTRGV's defense held strong against the Lions, relieving the home crowd and ending the game with the score of 57-55. Head coach Cahill Vanell shared his concerns about the game overall.
It was ugly, it was nasty, it was gritty, it was sloppy. We played for huge swatches of the game with very little energy, and we had to kind of really stick to a core group of guys that would play with juice and play with enthusiasm and play with some passion and some fight, and it wasn't beautiful, but it's much better to learn from a win than it is a loss, obviously.
Taking the narrow win into account, he emphasized the strength the team aims to achieve in future games.
We will play better offensively and defensively. We will make shots. We will take care of the basketball. We've shown that consistently for the rest of this year. So I have a tremendous amount of confidence in our ability to play better and play at a higher level. But when we combine those two elements of our grit and our resilience with that kind of aesthetically pleasing high-level skill basketball, I'd like to think we're going to be a pretty good version of ourselves down the road.
After the motivation Fleming received from his team, he reflected on the second half of the game.
It was really just a look in the mirror and just asking myself what I wanted out of it. Am I out here giving my all? And I owe it to my team to give it my all. So honestly, that second half, I just felt like I just went out there and gave it my all. It was nothing crazy. I didn't tell myself nothing crazy. I just practiced what I preached.
The Vaqueros played against the University of Incarnate Word Cardinals on Monday. Results are available at goutrgv.com. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
Newton drops straight back. There's a crossing route. McCaffrey. Touchdown. That's big time.
Good morning, Vaqueros. Here's the sports schedule for this week. The women's basketball team will play against Nichols University on Thursday at 6:30 p.m. in the Fieldhouse. The swimming and diving team will be hitting the waters against North Texas at 5 p.m. starting on Friday. The men's tennis team will hit the road to compete against the University of Texas at San Antonio on Saturday. The men's basketball team will also take on Nichols University at 6:30 p.m. at home. Don't forget to bring your student ID to all UTRGV games for free admission and support our student athletes by showing up. This is Leonardo Guajardo for Vaquero Radio.
And now for this week's events calendar.
What's up, Vaqueros? Let's check out all the fun events that are kicking off this spring semester. On Wednesday at the Brownsville campus from noon to 2:30 p.m. at the B Main East front lawn, a welcome back bash will be held. Then on Thursday, the Edinburgh campus will be holding their bash at the Quad from noon to 1 p.m. Also on Thursday, a women's basketball watch party, UTRGV versus Nichols State, will take place at the Brownsville Music, Science, and Learning Center, room 1.105, from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. On Friday at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., the Edinburgh Student Union Game Room will hold a Vaqueros Bingo for a chance to win college essentials. That is the event calendar for this week, Vaqueros. Don't forget to bring your student ID to all UTRGV events.
This is Ariana Gallatro for Vaquero Radio.
And now, for this week's Campus Weather Report.
Hello, Vaqueros. Here's the weather forecast for this week. Today, there's a 70% chance of rain with 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Wednesday will be at 30 degrees Fahrenheit. Thursday will be a cloudy day with 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Friday will also be a cloudy day with 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Make sure to not forget your umbrellas and dress accordingly to these weather conditions. This is Celeste Cruz for Vaquero Radio.
That is the newscast for this week.
Remember to read our news articles every week on our website, utrgbradio.com.
Tune in to Vaquero Radio through our website or download the Radio Garden app to listen wherever you are and enjoy the best DJ shows around campus. Remember to check out our YouTube channel for the latest news from UTRGV and the Valley.
Our weekly newscast will also be broadcasted at 11 a.m. this Thursday.
Join us next week, same time, same place.
Only on Vaquero Radio, the Valley student station.
Thanks for tuning in, Vaqueros. Be sure to saddle up at 11 a.m. every Monday and Wednesday for another newscast. And as always, V's up!